Finally updated lighting setup for this specific film area with a computer, chair. It's pretty easy just to film to the camera, Atmos Engine 5 and an M6 Mark II at the moment. Over here is what I changed. So I have these panel lights now from GVM. It's the 1500D, two of them. And I was trying to find a way to improve this setup where I had a bunch of clamp lights. Had those for years and they worked. And I used that specific diffusion. So these things are from UV filters. Cut it in half, drilled 2 holes in it, and I was able to make it work. Yeah, that is a sock over there. It keeps the shelf away from the wall. Anyways. Each panel has 2 of these screws that are used with its bracket. The bracket that comes with these lights wasn't practical in this situation, so I took it off. For some reason, these GVM lights have 2 screws on each side, which is helpful for me and just adds more support. Obviously, it's very difficult to access the controls here, but I can put that other one in slave mode so that whatever happens on this light works on that light. Very easy. Also, it has app control, which is what I'm using at the moment. In this case, I can control those lights with the app. I don't need to access the controls. Also, put clamps. They're definitely not going to come off. Lights here as is, too harsh. Obviously, the closer the light is, the better. The larger the source, the better. In that case, I use these. For this lighting setup, I have one of these on. Just add a little bit extra. I do have the diffusion or whatever it is on the panels plus 2 additional ones. It's using a lot of the light. 5500 Kelvin. Let me change that. But I have the option to change color temperature. I also have the RGB stuff if I wanted to do that. So you can see some of that extra little panel of light hitting me on the side here. So at the very least I have additional options. It's smaller, more compact, and I could obviously add some additional lighting somewhere else. Wonder if one of my panels is not connected to the app properly. I think I have it daisy chained, so one of them's connected to the app and one of them's connected to the other light. Thought I had this set up for 80% power, but it looks a little too bright. I think at the very least it's more compact. It's not as janky and junky looking. Let's do a bit of testing with this lights to see how it looks. Currently it just has the 2 diffusion panels that are integrated into these lights just to help with the LED bulbs not as pronounced. Have it at 10% power. The camera is at 1/60th second f2 ISO 200. Let's go to 50% power. That's way too much, obviously. Very bright. If I can find a level that's not too intense. That could be usable just as it is, but it's very strong to the side with my setup. That's 14% power. So I'm going to put one of the diffusion circles, whatever they're called, on there. Obviously that's going to cut a good amount of the light, much softer already. So that takes me up to 25% power, and then I'll put on the second one. Okay. So 25% power, that's going to obviously cut more of the light. We can bump it up. Not too much, really. That's 34%. Ideally, probably position it in a different area with my camera and everything, but again, limited on space. And then when I add that side light, 45% with the 2 diffusions plus the diffusion on the lights themselves. This adds a bit of extra light on this side. That's at 10% power. I could definitely bump this up. The side light's at 25% power. It's a small source, not ideal. It's convenient where it's located and everything. 45% power on the 2 large panels, 5200 Kelvin color temperature. The camera is at 1/60th second f2 ISO 200. That's with the Sigma 16mm lens. Lighting is very important. It's not something that I've done especially well, but I will continue to try to improve the situation. Hope you enjoyed this video. Scott from Banzai. Thanks.